URI Master Gardener program is a wonderful train the trainer program that URI Cooperative Extension hosts. Basically allows us to train people in science-based horticulture and then serve as community educators across Rhode Island. And that enables us to get science-based information out to the public. We're going to be doing a series of videos introducing the importance of trying or successfully growing food in your backyard. There are 40 million acres of lawn in the United States, and we think a lot about how if we replaced even a portion of that with food, how many people that could feed. Some of the benefits of growing your own food are growing nutritious and delicious food for your family and your neighbors. It can provide you with food that maybe isn't readily available in your local grocery store that may be important to you or your family's foodways. It increases the biodiversity in your yard. Growing food can hold carbon in your soil, which can actually improve your soil health. It allows you to know exactly where your food comes from and how it was grown. It allows for better water absorption and retention in your soil. You'll be contributing to battling the climate crisis. The closer food is to where it'll be eaten means it's traveled less of a distance, and that's a good thing. It could make you happier. There are mental health benefits from being outdoors, enjoying the sun, having sun on your skin, being with plants and birds and insects. Gardening gives you a sense of accomplishment, especially when you planted a seed and then it grows into a plant and then it fruits and then you can eat what grew on it. It's a pretty amazing thing. So what do you need to think about when you're planting a garden? Location, location, location. Sun is a really important part of picking a place. Most vegetables need 6 to 8 hours of sunlight a day. There are some vegetables that will tolerate less sunlight, but as a standard, it's best to site your vegetable plants or your garden in an area that gets 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight. Another really important consideration is water. Where is the water? Do you want to drag a hose 100 feet to water your tomatoes, or is it nearby? Generally, it's better to site gardens near to your water source. Also thinking about the topography, we call that slope, basically how the landform is shaped. Flatter is better. It allows water to kind of sit and seep in. Another thing to think about is wind exposure. You know, vegetable plants in particular are annuals and they're tender, and so strong winds can very easily knock them over. So you want to make sure you have a sense of how much wind a particular area gets. Soil health equals healthy plants. Do a soil test. You can have soil tests done through your local extension office. Screened compost is a great addition to your soil if your soil test comes back with some nutrient deficiencies. 2 to 3 inches, call it a top dressing, right before you seed can really help nutrient levels. How big or how small should your garden be? Start small and only grow what you know your family will eat. If you're planting directly in the ground, a 10 by 10 garden, 100 square feet is manageable. If you're planting a raised bed, 4 by 4 or 4 by 8 is a great place to start. No matter the size you choose, make sure you have pathways to access different areas of the garden about every 4 feet or so for weeding, mulching, watering, but you also want to be really mindful of where you step. We don't want compacted soil in the garden because it prevents two things: air from moving through soil, which is actually really important, and also water. The more compacted the soil is, the less airflow there is, and the less water flow there is, and of course, that's not good for plant roots. If you've noticed critters about, that could be groundhogs, raccoons, squirrels, bunnies. If you notice critters in your yard, that may call for fencing. Growing food really can connect you. It forces you to be outdoors. It forces you to observe the landscape around you and what nature is offering in terms of sun and wind and rain. And there's nothing like picking something that you can bite into that's delicious and you know is good for you.